Podcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hello, how are you? Thank you for joining our webinar. My name is Steve Weiss. I'm from Concept2 Solution, and we're happy you could attend today. I'm going to cover a couple of housekeeping items real quick for you, and we'll allow some others to attend as we begin. The main thing I want to go over is in your GoToWebinar controls on the right, you should see a Questions tab. We encourage you to ask questions and interact with us. We're interested in what you want to learn, and we intend to answer all of the questions, whether it be during the webinar interactively or whether it be following the webinar. If we don't get to a question, we'll follow up with you. Now, we have many people, so people are coming from Canada. They're coming from all over North America, and by that, we may not get to every question during our session. I'm just going to give another minute or so for some late attendees to arrive, and then I'm going to go through our agenda, what we're going to cover with our panelists, and then we're actually going to start our webinar. The other thing that we're going to do is we're going to kind of make it fun. We're going to do, in the beginning, a couple of polls just to interact with you and give you an opportunity to give us some guidance as to who, what respect you're coming from, and then even from your own personal experience with your own trash pickup and collection. So here's our agenda for today. We're going to begin with John Rommel, who is an RFID expert with Motorola, and he's going to tell us a little overview about the RFID technology and how it applies to the current situation in waste collection. Then John's going to turn it over to Christy Nelson. Christy's from Otto, USA, and she's going to provide us with an understanding about overall cart deployment, how that works, how the RFID tag gets to the cart, and how all these carts get distributed to the home addresses, and how all that's tied together and commission, we call it, the tag to the address. Then we're going to move back to me, Steve Weiss, and I'm going to give you an overview of the Hattiesburg solution. I'm going to keep it at a high level so that you can have a good understanding as to what really happens when we implement a solution like this. And then I'm going to turn it over to the stars of our show, really, our case study with Russell Davis, who's the Director of Public Services for Hattiesburg, and Sherry Brown, who's an Information Systems Analyst. And they're going to go over the Hattiesburg experience and the actual benefits that they've seen. So that's how we're going to handle things. And right now, what I want to do is just interact with you a bit. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to launch a question for you. And this is really just to give us an understanding of what perspective are you coming from. So if you want to go ahead and just reply, give us some understanding as to who you are. I'll give you a little time to select your box. And now that I think everybody has probably voted, I'm going to close this. And then I'm going to share the results with you. So you can see that most of the people here are from city, county, or municipal government. We have some waste haulers and some waste industry consultants. And this is kind of what we expected. And then this is kind of another thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to launch another poll. This is from your own experience. And this has to do with what kind of trash collection you are experiencing wherever you are. So you can select more than one of these choices. And let me go ahead and launch this for you. So take a moment And we're really interested in the distribution of this in terms of who already has carts, who's doing bag trash, and certainly recycling is important to us, and understanding where you're coming from in your own personal perspective. So again, I'll give you a little bit to vote. Now that I think we've probably all voted, I'll go ahead and close this poll, and I'll share the results with you. Now here you can see that a lot of people already have carted disposal trash, and that's great. There's still a lot of bag trash going on, and thankfully there's some recycling going on in yard waste. So this is encouraging for us. It meets the requirements kind of what's really vital for waste collection in terms of people moving to recycling. And we appreciate your time and attention in taking these polls so that we can give a better flavor for our webinar for you.